I have to say that when I came here, I had no expectations. I had no idea what I was going to find, and I knew I was going to a university, and I knew that the university was trying to do an incubator and that they had a class of entrepreneurship. So if I have to be honest, my expectations were, non-existent, very low. I don't know what I'm going to find, and I was really surprised of what I have found. For me, it's really important. I think that entrepreneurship is really important in any country. I think it gives innovation, it helps the economy, and it gives the opportunity to solve problems that maybe sometimes big companies are not thinking about. So that is why that's my first question. When I have been mentoring all these startups, my first question has been, what is the problem that you are trying to solve? And actually, all of them had a problem that they were trying to solve. Different ideas and different ways of solving it. And along the way, they will try one idea, one solution to solve that problem. It may work, it may not. They will try another idea. And through that process, they will be finding out different things that they need to do, different areas that they need to explore, mistakes that they are making that they have to learn from. So I think it's a great opportunity for the students, it's a great opportunity for the country, and it's a great opportunity for innovation in the future. The first advice that I'm giving, or the first question that I'm asking, is what I said, right? What is the problem that you are trying to solve? Because you may be falling in love with an idea or with a product, but if there's no market out there, if there's no problem they are trying to solve, who is going to buy it and why, right? So it's really important to identify the need and then to find the solution for that need. So that is my first advice. And my second advice is be prepared to make a lot of mistakes. Be prepared to fall many times. But what you really need to make sure is that you fall, you learn, you're back up. You fall, you learn, you're back up. And that resilience of keep pushing and trying to get to that end of what is success. Well, success that you have a lot of customers smiling at you and thinking, I love your product, or you actually fix that need that I had or fix that problem that I had. I think that what we are trying to do is to professionalize the steps that you need to take in order to launch a startup. So many of us have had an idea, right? I have identified a problem. I have an idea of how I can solve it. And then what? What do I do? How do I start? How do I put in paper what I need to do? So what we are trying to help with is to make those steps. So you had an idea. Okay, what is your idea? You have identified a problem. What is your problem? Okay, now that you have thought about that, who is your market? What is your product? And get those steps and have a platform where you can follow the steps and write down what you need to do. And giving you the opportunity, okay, so this is what I have to consider next. This is what I have to think about next. Okay, my business case. How do I do a business case? What are the things that I have to consider to do a business case? How do I do my financials? What are the things that I have to... And this is what we are trying to provide through a digital platform. Normally, the incubators tend to be face-to-face. So you go to a big incubator group and you're face-to-face and you sit down with different mentors. Each one tells you a different story or a similar story about a different area. And then you go. This, you have a record, you know what are the next steps, you get your mentors online and you can, succeed. Hopefully. I think that they do. And I think that, when sometimes what stops all of us is when you see a problem way too big and you don't know how to break it down, right? So when you think, I've got an idea, I know a problem, I would like to launch it, but how do I start? That is a huge, big problem. But if somebody starts breaking down that big problem into small pieces, small manageable pieces, then it's easier. And you take it one step at a time, and then suddenly you turn around and you say, oof, I have climbed all that, big hill, and I didn't even realize that because I have done one step at a time. So do they have what it takes? For sure.